Good.
Yeah, we're good right now. Sorry.
We are good right now.
Yeah, we're good right now.
Hello again.
Hi. How are you doing?
All right. We are back for part 2 of our interview with Michael Malloy.
Correct.
On this podcast.
Correct. You
So-
mean YouTube?
Well, YouTube podcast.
That didn't work too good, did it? Sorry about that.
That's the weather. Welcome to the Oregon weather. It is very temperamental.
It's raining too.
Yeah, it's been raining off and on all day.
Right.
All right. So let's start out with
My head's kind of cut off.
Excuse us, folks. We're gonna stay.
All right.
You sure?
We're back.
All right. We are back, and since
Sorry about that.
We're running low on time.
Technical difficulties.
Let's just get straight to it. So, Bill O'Reilly, the controversy with Bill O'Reilly. What do you know about it, Mike?
Well, I'm sorry that he had to get fired. I liked Bill O'Reilly, but after so many things with him, it just isn't kosher.
Well, how did it happen? For the people who don't know anything about
Bill O'Reilly had some sexual innuendos, accusatory women accusing him of sexual innuendo. So I think Fox did the right thing.
So they
fired
him go.
Yeah,
Have
they
there
let
been
him
any charges filed against him? Any?
Not yet.
So this isn't a whole Bill Cosby kind of a thing. I mean,
It's possible.
So is it a sexual harassment thing?
Yeah, something similar to that. Yeah, some sexual innuendo in there. Yeah, I like Bill O'Reilly, by the way.
From one Irish guy to another.
Right, Malloy, Irish, O'Reilly, but O'Reilly's a Catholic. I'm a Mormon.
Right.
But my dad was a Catholic. He died a Catholic.
Well, we'll touch a bit on the church.
That sounds
later on.
great. That sounds great.
It does.
Yeah.
It's good.
Talk about the Mormon Church.
The Mormon Church. We will get back onto the Mormon Church in just a minute. I was going on to your YouTube channel preparing for this discussion, and I know you are up to date with the news, as you always are. I'm not, so I need you to fill me in.
Oh, so you don't know much about the news that's going on?
I don't keep up to date.
You knew about the O'Reilly deal.
I heard about that, but I'm not. And normally I hear the headlines. I don't have the meat and potatoes behind the headlines. So explain to me what happened with this guy getting pulled off of an airplane.
The United airplane.
Yeah.
Did you see that video where I talked about it?
That, and I got a snippet of your video, but once again, I need the meat and potatoes.
Okay.
So what happened?
That guy's gonna sue United.
Well, what?
David Dow or Dow? His last name's Dow.
The entire thing. What happened? Because I think for the most part, people see the video on YouTube of the guy getting pulled off, but there's always more to that. Just like with the
United
King beating,
the United
there's always
deal.
more to it.
The United deal was that they needed their employees to get on the plane, and the guy Dow wouldn't do it.
So they needed their employees.
I'm incensed that he should get money out of United Airlines.
So was it like a stewardess who needed a seat, or was it a?
It's just some employees.
Well, so what was it? The security guards, like
they took him out. They took the guy
I know that they
off
they
the
took
plane.
him out. But who needed a seat? Was it?
I don't know. Just employees. I heard.
Was it like the air marshals needed a seat?
I don't know. Just some employees. That's
So
all
was
I know.
this-
They had to get to a certain place in that plane.
My understanding was that they overbooked the flight.
Right.
Somebody made a mistake.
Right.
And there wasn't enough seats for other people. Now I'm not sure if I asked because if it seems like if it's a security thing, TSA, the Transportation Security Administration, they do all kinds of crazy things.
Right, they do.
To make sure that, security, they can't see me doing the finger quotes.
Exactly.
I don't know about you, but I think me and almost everybody in the U.S. has had it up to here with the TSA.
Right.
And
I've had it up to here with the airlines too.
I think that they're all going they're going so overboard.
Yes, they are.
And that they
I hope that guy sues United for a ton of money.
So is he going to sue the airlines or is he going to sue the security guards? Who's he
I don't know who he's going after. I believe United Airlines and maybe some other people. I don't know.
So
the lawyer talked about it, and
why couldn't he have just stood up and gotten off the seat? I mean, is it such a big deal for him just to?
Well, he had to go. He had to catch the flight
we all have things
to the
that,
city.
that we have to do, but I mean, couldn't he? I mean,
He's a doctor, and he said he had patience.
He got a broken nose, right? He got a broken nose.
Right.
He lost two of his teeth.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have been that big of a deal for him just to stand up and leave? I mean, it's almost like
he needed to see his patients.
well, he says that, and I believe that he needed to. But isn't it kind of somewhat of like a spoiled kid thing to do? You grab on, you say, "I'm not moving. I'm not moving."
Well, I probably would have done the same thing. I'm not moving out of the seat.
When security guards come up to you, if a cop shows you a badge and says, "Buddy, you need to move, or we're going to get physical,"
I would stand my ground like he did.
and
I
was
think he
dragged
should
away.
sue. Yeah, and then I would sue them.
So once again, sue the airlines for their policy.
Sue the airline
sue the
because of the
TSA,
overbooking,
sue the
and
guards.
maybe sue the guys that took him off the plane.
I'd say sue.
He
sue
even
the
came
airlines.
back after he was
Came back.
he came back into the plane.
Came back into the after a broken nose. he
Yeah.
lost his teeth. There's blood everywhere.
Yeah,
he
he
came
came
back,
back, and then they dragged him out again.
Oh,
I
that's
think
great.
he should get a lot of money off of United Airlines.
Well, I think that there's a big, huge problem with TSA. I hate the TSA. I don't think they've achieved a thing. I think they set up with a horrible message. I'm not sure about how you feel, but I feel like they lied to us all. And they said that if we give up our Fourth Amendment rights, if we go through all this hooey, they'll make sure that no one ever dies again. And that's just a promise you can't make.
I understand what you're saying. I agree with you.
Because there have been bombs that have gone off. There have still been massacres. And I've been saying to everybody, they can't prevent you from going to the airline with a machine gun and killing as many people as possible.
Right. I agree with you right there. 100%.
100%. Well, at least we agree on something.
There you go. Next topic.
Let's go to the church.
Okay,
To the
Mormon church. I am a Mormon. I'm LDS. I was baptized in the LDS hospital in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I've been a member since I was 9 years old.
So in case, let's say that people don't know a whole lot about the Mormons, and a lot of people don't because it's a religion that isn't as old.
A lot of people call us a cult. They say we're not Christian, but we are.
I wouldn't go that far.
But we are Christian.
No one's drinking.
We believe in
no one's
Jesus
asked you
Christ.
to drink from the punch bowl, have they?
Oh, no.
None of that weird Jim Jones crap.
None of that Jim Jones stuff, no.
But so, what are some of the differences between the Mormon Church and like the Catholic Church?
The Mormon Church has a prophet. The Catholic Church has a pope.
Churches have, but a pope is just a fancy word for a prophet, isn't it? I mean,
Well,
that's just,
Catholics don't say he's a prophet, but they say he's the pope.
they're both
He's the
people
vicar of Christ. The Catholics say, and
they're
the
people-
prophet is the mouthpiece for God.
right. They're people who God speaks to. I mean, and
Right.
It's just they're playing semantics.
Semantics,
aren't they,
exactly.
At that point.
And then Catholics believe in the Holy Trinity, where the Mormons they don't believe in Trinity.
That's the Father, the Son, the
Holy Ghost, right?
What does that mean?
That's the Godhead in the Mormon Church. In the Catholic Church, it's one God with three personages.
So is that like some churches believe that there was a God, and that Jesus is his son, the Holy Ghost is a different person, and there are some religions that say Jesus is all of them, right?
Well,
Jesus
God
was-
the Father is basically all of them. That's the Godhead. There's three. The Jehovah's Witnesses don't believe in the Trinity either.
Well, I don't know. I never went to them.
They don't believe in it.
Did you ever think about going and getting like a degree in theology and?
No, I never thought of that. I was a missionary for 2 years in the Gulf States Mission from 1972 to 1974.
So, are there any parts of your church that you just in any of the doctrine that you just can't swallow? You know, if you're, for instance, I've walked into many churches, and almost in every single church, there's a painting of Jesus, and he's white. And I've always, this is something I've always asked everybody, and I've never gotten an answer.
An olive-skinned Jesus?
Yeah, because if Jesus was in the Middle East, everyone else there is Middle East. I mean, what time is it? Like, this is 33 A.D. or something like that. They didn't have a lot of white people in the Middle East in 33 A.D.
Right.
Why would Jesus be white?
Hey, that's the way they depict him.
But is that an anti-Semitic kind of thing? Is that the same thing saying that Jesus
No,
wasn't
it's just the
Jewish?
way they depict. It's the way they just depict Jesus Christ.
In the Mormon doctrine, is Jesus Jewish? Not from a religious standpoint.
Jesus
but
started the LDS Church. The Catholics say that Jesus is the church, the Catholic Church.
Right.
The Pope is the
But
first.
correct me if
Peter's
I'm wrong.
the first Pope.
Did he have a name for it at that point? Was he calling himself a Christian? Or was he just saying, this is where good people kind of will gather, we're going to follow? From my understanding, that the kind of names came later.
Right.
The Catholic Church, the
Right.
Christian Church. He didn't actually call himself the Christian leader.
No.
Right. Okay. Are there any of the kind of guidelines that go with it? You have to go every Sunday and stay for 3 hours. You can't drink.
You
pop.
have to go to priesthood and sacrament meeting.
I mean, from
They do have Sunday school.
I heard that, and correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I am, but I heard that a lot of the churches went to such extremes that they said, we will not let homosexuals become members of our church. That this happened like a year ago, that the president of some kind of church said that they won't be letting homosexuals join the church anymore.
Uh-huh.
That they could come to church, but they won't be full members. They can't be baptized under the Mormon church.
If they still practice homosexuality,
Right.
they can't be.
So my question to you
but
is
there are homosexuals in the Mormon church.
but they're not practicing members.
They're not practicing homosexuality.
I see. So they have to kind of forsake that part of their.
Right.
So are there rules?
I believe the Catholic Church is on that stance as well.
So it's not just the Mormon church, that there are some kind of other churches going by that.
Right.
So are
Mormons won't marry homosexuals. Catholics
how does that make you
marry
feel? I mean, is it
homosexuals.
easy for you to go by all those rules? I mean, can you say I can be a Mormon, but I don't have to follow all of their rules, or do you have to be 100% into it?
Well, you should be 100% into it.
So do you do the whole thing? Like every time I go to the church, they're all dressed in suits and ties. Do you dress it like are you a horrible Mormon if you don't dress up in a suit and tie? I mean,
No.
I don't think that Jesus Christ, when he was alive,
Right.
not that they even had suits and ties.
You could go to church like that.
So is that a silly rule that they kind of have, like to have a dress code?
Well, if you want to participate in passing the sacrament, things like that, you should have them.
You should have. What about
attire,
you
the
can't
proper
dress, you can't drink pop or something like that.
Oh, it's not against the religion to drink a
It's-
soda,
It's not so.
but it is against the religion to drink coffee, tannic acid tea, drugs, and alcohol, and smoking.
Smoking. Okay. So you're 100% into the church and all of its rules and all of its teachings.
As far as that's concerned, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Anything else?
I think we are there. I mean, did you have any other topics you wanted to touch on?
I'm trying to think here.
Well, here's one thing. So from a political standpoint, with politics, one thing that I've never quite understood about politics, and maybe you can explain this. You know a whole lot more about them than I do. Explain to me the full concept of a democracy, because there are some aspects of democracy I don't understand, and one of those things would be the constitutional rights of others versus
To bear
the
arms
majority. I mean, so the basic idea of a democracy is majority rules, right?
Yes, except for the electoral college.
Well, yeah, the electoral college.
That was
though,
it. Had Hillary winning in the in the popular vote,
Right.
and Trump winning the electoral.
Well, the electoral
People want to
college-
get rid of the electoral vote.
It's definitely a weird concept because no other is there any other kind of election where you can win the popular vote and lose besides the presidency? I mean, like if we're electing governors,
that's the only
senators,
thing,
congressmen.
really.
Yeah, I mean it's the only. I mean, so it sounds like a rigged game, but I don't know that much about. I don't even really know where the electoral college comes from. I mean, but it sounds like it might be a little outdated.
Seems like the cat's attacking you.
The cat cares about the political views here.
I think so. He says, "Quiet down."
So anyway, going back to where it said, let's say that in the U.S., or we'll even make it more ground. We'll just say Oregon. We'll say that the majority of the people in Oregon don't like the right to bear arms, and they want to put it to a vote. And they say, we're going to get together and we're going to vote, and because the majority of us...
That's unconstitutional.
Well, then, there you go. But, I mean, people do talk about this. Bill O'Reilly used to say, for instance, with 9/11 and that whole Muslims controversy, we don't need the Muslims, we don't need a mosque in New York. People think it's inappropriate, let's put it to a vote. Can you do something like that, or do you have to say it's unconstitutional?
It's basically the way it is. Not to bear arms is unconstitutional.
To take the Second Amendment and the Second Amendment.
I'm sure the
says,
Supreme Court will be involved in a lot of this stuff later on.
The Second Amendment says, right? I mean, it says to keep and bear arms, right?
Right.
Because I've always been confused because almost everyone just says it.
I don't own a gun. And
Yeah,
I don't want a gun.
Guns are expensive too. That's one thing that always confused me because you can't get a gun at the Dollar Tree.
Right.
I mean, how much does a pistol cost? Like $400 or $500?
I don't know what the going. I've never even been in a gun shop.
Well,
so
my understanding was with rights was that they were free, or at least you don't have if you're arrested, you have the right to remain silent. Now people will say, well, it could cost you something down the line, but it's not going to cost you money. And you have the right to an attorney. It's not going to cost you anything. And then so when they say you have the right to own a gun, well, that's assuming that you can afford to buy a gun.
Right.
Because if you're
guns
working at
aren't
Walmart,
free.
well, then is it really a right or is it a privilege?
I don't know. I don't even really like I said, I don't own a gun, so I'm not too informative on that.
Are you informative in a lot of the legal aspects of different crimes? I mean, I know you used to watch like Nancy Grace and those kind of things. Are you up to date with?
I'm kind of not actually.
You're not up to date with.
No.
What ever happened to Nancy Grace? I haven't seen her in a long time.
I don't know. I don't know if she's still on HLN or not. YouTubers might know.
YouTubers might know.
If you do, comment down below.
Send a post.
And
ask some questions. I am disappointed that no one asked a question from the last interview. No one asked anything.
Yeah, so ask questions if you have any concerns. Comment down below. Also, give it a thumbs up.
Here's a question before we leave.
Okay.
Why do so many people hate the New York Yankees? I don't understand this. Why do some people?
I don't like the New York Yankees because they always win.
Why is winning a bad thing?
I don't know.
How can winning ever be
we
bad thing?
We need to cut this short.
All right, let's cut this short.
Tell them to thumbs up.
Subscribe. Send a thumbs up. Ask questions.
Ask questions down below, and we'll have another interview later.
Ask some questions though.
Yeah, please ask some questions if you have any. I'll answer them down below in the descriptions.
All right, ask us those questions. Send thumbs up. We're gonna get more peanut M&Ms for those product placements, and we are signing out.
Thank you very much for watching. We appreciate it. Again, subscribe to the channel and ring that bell so it alerts you that you have another YouTube that I put up. Please do that. And take care. Cat's being mean. Have a great, great day. God bless you all.